As a tech creator, I get sent a lot of headphones to review, and out of all of them, only a small percentage ever make it through to a video, through a combination of popularity or something else that makes them stand out to me. But this video isn't actually about me and my opinion, it's about someone else. This is Hudson. He's my videographer and shorts editor. Hey Hudson. And he also, by proxy, has access to pretty much any headphones he chooses. We have so many to choose from Sony to Bose to Apple's own AirPods Max, which he was using as his daily pair of headphones. At least he was, until these showed up. And that isn't some over dramatization because we have to make a video about them and because TiTum are sponsoring this video. Actually, only after sending them to us did we then reach out to them and ask if they would sponsor a video. Now, these headphones do have a pretty unique feature that very few others have posted a video on, and it's not something I've seen before in a pair of headphones, and we'll get to that. But right now, I am genuinely intrigued as to why Hudson, who could choose almost any pair of headphones he wants to, why did he choose these TiTum headphones over the AirPod Max? So I asked him. So we are going to put them side by side with his previous choice, the AirPods Max, and you'll actually be able to hear what they sound like in comparison. And the first thing that he mentioned was comfort. Now, it is quite obvious when you put the AirPods Max side by side with the TiTum headphones that the cushioning on the ear cups is just dramatically better on the TiTums. And this serves a dual purpose. Now, firstly, they are way more comfortable to wear for extended periods of time than the AirPods Maxes or really any other consumer headphones on the market. That cushioning just molds itself around your ears, and I've seen Hudson editing for hours at a time without taking these things off, and he's not once mentioned that they're uncomfortable or painful. I find some headphones can get really quite painful, particularly over the top of your head after a very long time. And the second, noise isolation. Again, because the cushioning is so thick and so deep, it just provides a nice seal around your ears, which keeps noise out and allows the high quality audio drivers space to just do their thing. Speaking of which, let me run you through the specs quickly before we get into arguably the most important part, the audio quality. Now, as far as it comes, these headphones are marketed as premium audiophile level headphones, like rivaling the likes of the recording studio standard Beyerdynamic 770Xs, audiophile brand like Audi's LCDs, and at just a fraction of the very premium priced, with these coming in at $399. And since they're sponsoring this video, there's a link down below that gives you a further discount of this price. So that brings them to, I think, around $323. They support 3D sound in movie and game mode, high res and lossless audio with a built-in DAC when plugged in via USB-C, whilst also having support for connecting to multiple Bluetooth devices at once. And just reading those specs, this now starts to make sense to me as to why Hudson would choose to use these over the AirPods Max, which, by the way, Apple is still selling for $549 right now. I actually remember picking up my first pair of high quality in-ear headphones, which I use for drumming, and throwing on some of my favorite music tracks, only to discover that I could now hear things in those tracks that I'd never heard of before. Just the level of detail and quality that I was able to hear compared to a regular pair of headphones, it was just a night and day difference to me. And I suspect that's what's happening here. Now, this presents a problem. Audio quality is usually pretty subjective depending on the type of music you listen to or the work you're doing whilst wearing them. And whilst these may very well be audiophile quality headphones, the likelihood of me being able to show you what they actually sound like after recording them, then compressed by YouTube, and then listening back on whatever headphones or speakers you're actually watching this through, it's pretty impossible. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try my best to show you a side-by-side comparison with the AirPods Max and the TiTum headphones, before I show you what could be classed as their party trick. So that's how the headphones sound out of the box. But what about their party trick? Now, these are the first headphones that I've come across which via an app allow you to change the profile to mimic other headphones. Now, I mentioned some popular premium quality and premium priced headphones earlier, the Bose 700s, Beyerdynamic 770s, the Audis, LCDs, and they can also mimic the very popular Sony XM5s. Now, of those, the only ones I actually have here to test with are the Sony XM5s, so let's just do a quick side-by-side comparison with them.
TiTum. Transform your world.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Pop is showtime.
Now, of course, it's not going to sound identical because it's just physically impossible to do so. Each of these headphones have specific hardware that makes them sound the way they do. But in a similar way that some guitar amps let you mimic the sound of other guitar amps because some people prefer the way something sounds for certain styles of music. And that's what TiTum are trying to do here. Now, noise cancellation is actually something that's unusual for a pair of headphones like these. Audiophiles will know that most headphones aimed at this high quality, like audiophile level who demand only the very best in audio quality, they don't have noise cancellation, because what happens in a very simple way is it actually uses the drivers inside the headphones to play the opposite frequencies that you're then hearing to then cancel out the noise that you're hearing. And because most headphones are using the same drivers to play the music and do noise cancellation, you end up with something you may all be familiar with, and that's this, typically quite a quiet hiss going on in the background, and it also impacts the audio quality. Now, TiTum have worked around this though by installing a dedicated pair of separate audio drivers into these headphones purely for noise cancellation, so it doesn't interfere with that audio quality. And what this gives you is very, very good noise cancellation, and actually some of the best noise cancellation I've ever experienced.
Noise canceling on.
The question is though, who are these headphones for? And I think Hudson's position is a really solid example. They are for people who want the highest quality audio whilst on the go, and they're for people who are using audio in at least a semi-professional capacity without spending thousands, like audio production, video editing, mixing, mastering audio, but they just happen to also come with a ton of consumer-based features, like having high-quality Bluetooth audio. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and try and convince any audiophiles out there that these headphones are gonna sound better than the £1,000 or $1,000 plus headphones that you're probably already using. It's just not gonna happen. But to the right person who might want to explore what the future of audiophile headphones could become with really, really interesting features that I've not seen before, and who wants a great sounding pair of headphones with excellent noise cancellation, that's who should consider buying a pair of these TiTum headphones. But all the positive stuff aside, these features do come at a cost in some areas. Now, they still have a gigantic case, which to be fair is similar size to the XM5s and the AirPod Max's semi-handbag case thing. You also don't get the ability to switch between all of your Apple devices seamlessly, although you can connect to multiple Bluetooth devices at once. The pass-through mode on them, Hudson commented that it didn't really do anything. Then multiple monitors, bigger multiple monitors, and more recently, then multiple monitors, bigger multiple monitors, and more recently, big ultra-wide monitors. And when you have them on Bluetooth, they don't automatically power off when you're not using them, which he mentioned was pretty frustrating when you come back to them like the next day, only to find they are, completely dead. Although, TiTum tell me that they will be addressing this in the next firmware update alongside enabling support for LDAC. But, very worst case, at least you can connect these in with a physical wire, which is actually how Hudson typically used these headphones. I don't think I've ever seen him walk around the studio with these as a pair of wireless headphones. Now the point is, of all the headphones we have at our disposal where Hudson could pick absolutely any of them, every day when he steps foot into the studio, he sits down at his desk, he cracks on with his work, he chooses to use these. Whether they're right for you is of course only something you yourself can answer, so just follow the link down below and try a pair for yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye bye.